Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
Now, here's the other side of today's game. USC is 5-5, and they've essentially wrapped up non-conference play without a quadrant 1 win. They're 0-2 in quad 1, 3-0 in Q4. They own a quadrant 3 loss. They lost to Long Beach State last week. If the NCAA tournament started today, USC would not be in the field. I will sound the panic button for the Trojans. This was supposed to be a team that we thought would be top 20, maybe top 15. But it just feels like, Jerel, right now, not only do you have them struggling, but let's face it, the Bronny James situation, that creates a whole different dimension to a locker room.
Absolutely, and like I said, it's a lot of it's kind of a lot of unheralded pressure for those guys, and those guys are able to kind of they kind of get caught up in the vacuum of what Bronny James is, and like I said, obviously it's not his fault. This kid's been dealing with
No,
that the
no.
majority of his life. You know what I mean? Like, and it's follow him because he's another guy. Like I said, I got an opportunity to watch him on the circuit, and just an absolute great kid, a class act, man. Handles it the right way consistently, but it is a lot of attention and a lot of added focus and things like that, where a lot of outside distractions can become a problem for a group that is trying to focus in and win games. After the Long Beach State game, tonight was a game that you at least wanted to see them show up and kind of look like they were in the same realm as an Auburn team.
Jerel, you saw Bronny on the circuit, so you know what he does. What's the thought process? Because obviously the common fan, okay, or the listener or viewer out there looks at Bronny James and automatically you know what they equivocate him to. But give us the real evaluation from watching him on the circuit and what you project Bronny James to be.
Yeah, and this is coming from me, and I was a guy who we played against him. I had to do the scout and everything for him. And first of all, is that the first thing that stands out about Bronny to me was number one, his basketball IQ. You can tell that he's LeBron James' son. He understands the game. He understands read. He understands rotation. He understands how to pass the ball and a way to play the game the right way, free flowing, and get his teammates involved in the game. Obviously, early on in this, I would say in his high school career at least, uh, to start off, he wasn't the most effective outside shooter. He really worked. He really focused in on that and became a really good outside shooter in a very short amount of time. Over the last, I'll say, year and a half, 2 years, he really started to pick it up, and now he's a guy where you can't leave him open and you can't just disregard him on the outside and the perimeter. But with the ball in his hand, he's able to play with the ball and make really good reads. But I still see him sort of similar to his dad. He's more of a play for his teammates type of guy more than he is, I'm going to come out here and give you 40. He's unselfish almost to a fault in a sense, but a really good player, really athletic. And I think the biggest thing that I was just trying to see whether he was going to stretch out some more and get a couple more inches, because if you do that, then it's going to be lights out for everybody. But as is, he's going to be a really good player one way or another. And his game is going to continue to develop and grow. So I think he'll be a big part of everything that USC does going forward.
T.O., any take on the Bronny situation?
I think he's best served as a third or fourth option on the floor. And it's not because he's most talented, it's where he's most comfortable. Because there's going to be a lot of times where he's probably the most naturally talented kid on the floor. Because guys, I mean, we're acting like he's small. He's 6'4", 210. He's a big kid. He's otherworldly athletic. There's not many people, maybe not otherworldly is the wrong phrase, but like he's top 2-3% athlete in college basketball. He'll be an above average athlete if he gets to the NBA. Like he's that kind of athlete. He's much better suited playing beside somebody who's elite, if that makes sense. I think he could have a lot of success that way, playing off two or three other really, really good players and be your fourth option. I think he could be a third or fourth option on a national championship team. I think he's that good. It's just I think he's being expedited into the process right now after missing so much time. But the natural talent, the natural ability is there. And he's certainly athletic enough, especially to get to the next level. He has that ability.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.